Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Infutech. In this video, we are going to see how to find the first occurrence of an element in an array using recursion. So the concept is, this is the given array. Say I want to find the first occurrence of a particular element in this array. Let's say we have to find the index of 7 and it should be the first occurrence. That means we need to return this particular index but not this index. Yeah. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the concept of recursion. We are going to use the linear search. Say in this array, first we will going to compare our key element, which is nothing but 7, with the first element of the array. Since 1 is not equal to 7, what we are going to do is we are going to search the rightmost array. So we are going to eliminate this 1 and then we are going to compare the key element with this remaining part of the array, which is nothing but 2 to 9, and now we are going to compare 2 with 7. Since 2 is not equal to 7, we go to the next part of the array, which is 3 to 9. Since 3 is not equal to 7, we eliminate this, we come here, we come to 7 to 9. Since 7 is equal to 7, we are going to return that the element is found. So for every array which we are going to take, we are going to make a recursive call, and those all these function calls we are going to and it occurs in the call stack. So since we are eliminating these three elements, there are three function calls. Each pile in this call stack represents a single function call. So you will understand this when we write the code. So first let's write the code. So first I am going to include the libraries. First let me save this. Okay. First I am going to include the libraries and then I'm going to use the namespace. First I am going to write the main function. First I am going to define the array. Say our array is 1 2 3 7 6 7 9. 1 2 3 7 6 7 9, and I'm also going to take the key as 7, and I'm going to calculate the size of the array. So how do we calculate? First we are going to take the entire size of the array and we are going to divide it by the type of that array. Okay. So now we are going to define a function. Let's say it as first occurrence, and for this first occurrence we are going to pass our array, and also we are going to pass the size of the array, and also we are going to pass the key of the array. Okay, and at last we are going to exit from the main function. So now I am going to define this first occurrence function. Let's say int, and I am going to take the array, right? So I am going to point to the address of the array, and I am going to take the size. Also I am going to take the key. So first what we are going to see is, first we are going to check the size of the array. If the size of the array is 0, we are going to return -1, which means we cannot do any comparisons. Say if size equal to 0, we are going to say return -1. And now we are going to write our recursion. So in order to use the concept of recursion, we need to remember two main concepts. One is the base case and other is recursive case. So in our case, our base case is going to be, if the first element of the array is equal to the key, we are going to say return 0, because let's say if we take at a point this array, let's say in our case in this array 3 to 9, our first element is 9. If you are comparing with 7, it doesn't succeed, And if we come to the next iteration, we are coming to this array 7 to 9. So we are going to compare 7 with the key element. Since the element is formed, we are going to return the 0. 0 is nothing but your index of your first element in the current array, which is nothing but 7 to 9. Okay, since we have written this base case, now we are going to write the recursive case, which means we are going to make a function call. So since if we fail at this point, we are going to switch to the rightmost array, right? That means we are going to shift our pointer, which means we are going to increment our pointer to the, we are going to increment the array pointer to the next element. So for that we are going, since this function takes the array pointer, we are going to increment that array pointer. And then we are going to, since we are shifting to the right side of the array, automatically the size decreases by one element. So we are going to decrease the size of the array by 1, and we are going to pass the key as it is. Okay, so but this, when making this function call, we may get -1 or 0. So that means we are getting some value. I am going to store it in res variable. Okay, so what happens is, this function call occurs for first 3 elements, and this for first 3 elements there will be 3 function calls stored in the call stack, right? So, and after we have, when the array pointer comes to here, we are going to hit this base case. That means array of 0 is nothing but 7, and the key is also 7. That means we are going to return 0. That means call stack starts popping out its function calls, right? So now what I'm going to do is, if res is equal to -1, that means if we did not find the element in the entire array, okay, when size becomes 0, it returns 1. That means we did not find the required element in the entire array. So for that we are going to say -1. Okay, and we are going to say res plus 1. Why? Because see, our 7 is present at the index position 0, 1, 2, 3. So 7 is present at the index position 3. So when we are going to pop out this function call, so our result will be 0. When we are going to pop it, we are saying res is equal to res plus 1. Okay, res becomes 1 for the first function call popping, and for the first function call popping it becomes 2, and for the last function call popping it becomes 3. At last, when this call stack becomes empty, we are going to return 3 to the main function, which is nothing but parent. Okay, at last we are going to return 3 to our main function. So we will be getting 3 here. So I am going to print that function. Okay, so now let's build this. Let's compile and see if there are any others. We can see some errors. Okay, we no need to define here. Okay, done. So we have compiled. Let's now run our program. First, concurrence.exe. See, as you can see, we are getting the 3 as the output. So which is nothing but 7 is present in the third index of the array. So this is how you retrieve the first occurrence of a particular element in an array using recursion. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video.